Prime Minister Narendra Modi's upcoming visit to Nigeria marks a historic moment in the relationship between the two nations. He will leave on November 16th on his way to Brazil for the G20 summit. Prime Minister Modi will spend a day in Nigeria, which is part of the global south. As the first Indian Prime Minister to visit since 2007, this visit underscores India's growing focus on deepening its strategic partnership with Nigeria, Africa's most populous nation and one of its key geopolitical players. Here's a report from Lagos.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi is visiting Nigeria, Brazil and Guyana with focus on Africa, South America and the Caribbean. The trip is a broader strategy to strengthen ties with African nations, recognizing the continent's rising global influence and the need to foster strategic partnerships in areas of security, trade and development. India's growing focus is on deepening its strategic partnership with Nigeria, Africa's most populous nation and one of its key geopolitical players. The visit will highlight several areas of mutual interest, notably in defense cooperation, maritime security and economic exchange.
It's a very important visit to Nigeria because it's really going to be a very positive approach towards a country, and maybe it will take us in a right direction.
The rupee trade. If the trade will start in the INR rupees, then definitely there will be the good economic growth.
India and Nigeria share a long history of defense collaboration, which has grown steadily since the 2007 Memorandum of Understanding that laid the foundation for joint military efforts. Over the years, this cooperation has expanded to include a range of initiatives such as military training programs, intelligence sharing, and strategic dialogues. A key example of this partnership is the 2024 counter-terrorism discussions held between the two countries at the level of national security advisors, with NSAs of both nations holding a meeting in preparations for Modi's arrival in Abuja. One of the most visible indicators of India's support for Nigeria's defense capabilities was the visit of the Indian Navy ship INS Sumedha to Lagos in 2023. The visit included joint naval exercises and engagements aimed at enhancing interoperability and addressing security challenges in the Gulf of Guinea, an area plagued by piracy and other threats to international trade.
In early 60s, and our officers were here to train the Nigerian army military personnel. That particular capacity building has been going on. Our naval ships pay regular port calls to Nigeria and have been cooperating closely with the Nigerian Navy. And so in counterterrorism and other places also, we have been helping Nigeria towards capacity building.
Trade remains a cornerstone of the India-Nigeria relationship. As India's second-largest trading partner in Africa, Nigeria's importance is reflected in bilateral trade figures that reached $7.89 billion in 2023-24. While this figure marked a slight decline, both nations are working diligently to reverse this trend and revitalize economic exchanges.
Indian companies are the second largest employers after the federal government of Nigeria. I have been to various Indian companies and they have been very happy to see that the number of people who are employed over there, subsequent generations are also have started working with the company. So Indian companies have very strongly and positively impacted the Nigerian economy and the social life in Nigeria.
Prime Minister Modi's first tour of Africa was in 2016 when he visited Mozambique, Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda and South Africa in an itinerary that was designed to underline India's growing engagement with Africa.
It promises to be a pivotal moment in India-Africa relations as India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi plans to visit Nigeria on Saturday. This is coming 17 years after the last visit of any Prime Minister to the country. Modi's visit, believed to be a multifaceted effort to deepen India's presence in Africa through one of its most influential countries, will benefit both nations economically and politically. Now, the Indian community in Lagos, Nigeria, have also expressed optimism on the outcome of the visit, highlighting some issues they seek interventions from the Prime Minister's visit as they continue to look forward to a mutually beneficial relationship with both countries. From Lagos, Nigeria, Louisa Olani, WION, World is One.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.